Fallout New Vegas, we're doing the Gunrunner Arsenal Challenge. Arm for Bears, 3 stars challenge. This is where you have to kill the NCR Rangers, commissioned officers, basically any of the named NCR people. Okay, I just did the where you shoot President Kimball, excuse me. And after doing so, obviously the NCR is going to be hostile to you. So there's a few guys out here at the end of that quest that you can start off this thing on. That's going to be our first guy right there, Stevens. Anyway, there's like more than enough places to go to find named NCRs to get this challenge. Obviously, it goes without saying that if you want to complete the NCR quests, you know, exception of taking the dam, but all the other related quests that the NCR has, which is there's quite a few of them, you would want to do all those first. So obviously, the NCR is going to be very hostile to you after they start killing their guys. And with the challenge, you have to use a machete, throwing spears. I forget what the lists are, but before doing this challenge, I did all the legions, and the main guy at Cottonwood Cove has got this unique machete, and I'm using that, and it does quite a bit of damage. What I'm doing is trying to like take some of their health down, but you don't really have to, you know, 3 or 4 swats with that knife, and it's going to put them down. Okay, there's a lot of NCR places, so I decided to go off and go to the smaller places to get any of these guys I could, like this office park here, and then over to Bitter Springs, and you know, instead of just going to Camp McCarran and that, so I figure we'll go ahead and get as many guys as I can at the less populated NCR places, like you know, obviously the dam and Camp McCarran and so on. So, well, the very first 2 targets was at the dam, but I didn't go inside to look for the colonel. I think the weapons guy in there probably would have counted too, but we get 15 guys without even getting to McCarran or any of the other big places, so I don't even have to go into the dam. They gave you enough challenges in order to get the achievements, was to you know, you needed to get like 3 of the 3-star challenges. So if you weren't, like the very first time I did it, you know, I was friendly to the NCR and I didn't want to do this, but I decided to do a complete playlist of all the challenges. So even killing Benny with his own gun and killing the chairmans and that kind of thing, I got videos on all that, just so if anybody wants to get any of those challenges in. But it's all like mission related. Like when the Gunrunner Arsenal add-on came on, you know, it was already at a level 50 and, you know, basically had the game completed. But you know, it's like, well, I got to kill these Cazador bugs with a tin grenade, but I need the perk, the Mad Bomber perk, to do that. So I had to reload a previous spot in the game to where I could get back to level 49 and get that perk. Killing those Cazador bugs with the challenge that they gave you is pretty rough, but since the challenges have been out for a while, you know, a lot of people have come up with ways of getting around the, like having to use the tin grenades. Just check out the Cracker Jack timing video if you want to see how that works. But, you know, like when the challenges first came out, it was like, wow, kill Benny with his gun. You're like, well, that's so far, you know, previous in the game. And his gun, Martha, is a nice pistol, but you know, consider all the other weapons that are available, it's just not a very strong gun. So I put it in the locker, and then, you know, I just needed some money, so I was like, these weapons just sit in my locker, there's no sense in it, so I sold them all off. But then when these challenges came out, you're like, oh man, how am I going to do that? So luckily I got safe spots throughout the whole course of the game, so I just went back to where Benny was still at the tops, and I was able to go in there and complete that challenge. Um, Obviously, like if you're starting off a new game, a Fallout Vegas, and you know about the gun runner challenges, it's really easy to get some of these challenges, and you're like, well, all right, I'm going to go into the tops and see Benny. Instead of like letting him go off to the fort, I can kill him, and might as well, if I'm in there making the tops unhappy with me, I'll kill the chairman too. But before you do any of that, you want to make sure that you gamble in there so you can get your achievement for gambling all the casinos. So, you just got to think about, where you are. Obviously, if I was going to do this Arm for Bears challenge, then I would want to do all the related quests with the NCR first and then piss them off. Four more to go. Okay, like I mentioned, I've done videos on all the Gunrunner Arsenal challenges, and like I mentioned, you don't have to get them all in. All you need to do is get 3 of the challenges on the particular star levels. So, like, if you weren't able to get a few of the 3 stars, maybe you can find out another way of doing it, like getting the man-machine interface. That was quite easily of a challenge to get. And so that's an easy 3-star one to get. And then some of the other ones, obviously, I'm always into pissing off the Legion, so I always kill Caesar. I don't ever side with the Legion. The only thing I do, if I'm starting a fresh walkthrough, I will collect 50 of the NCR dog tags, but I'm not killing any of the members. You'd have to check Wiki. There's like a lot of like down NCR dudes that you can collect their dog tags, and then in order to get your pickpocket achievement and a couple stealth boys, you just go into some of the NCR camps, and when they're sleeping, you just pickpocket their dog tags to get 50. And then when you do get to the Legion, you do a couple of quests, nothing that really pisses the NCR off, to get them to like you, and then get the keys to the Legion safe house where the lucky shades are located and some stealth boys and that kind of thing. But then after that point, I don't side with the Legion. I just do whatever I got to do. So okay, now you can see that, exception of the 2 at the dam in the beginning, I've been to all the other smaller places for the NCR, and like the ranger stations usually has 2 comms officer and another named NCR dude that you can take out. So at the end of the video, I'm gonna just point out a few of the other places that you can go to find some more NCR guys. But the Legion challenge was much harder to get the name Legion guys. I mean, there was just barely enough 10 there, especially if you decide to kill Caesar in a different manner. Like killing Caesar with a combat knife is its own challenge. So, if you did it for the one where you were killing all the 10 Legion guys, you would miss that challenge. But again, it's all about, you only need 3 challenges, or 3 of the star challenges. So sorry you're hiding out in here, but I'm coming for you. Okay, so that takes care of 15 of the NCR So that takes care of that challenge. And like I mentioned, like here are some of the other, there's a guy at Boulder City you can take out. Camp Golf has got 1 or 2 people in it. Camp McCarran, obviously, there's several guys in there that you can take out. Helios 1 has some people. Camp Searchlight, Hoover Dam. And the Mojave Outpost had quite a few people in there. But again, I'm not down for doing this. I only did this just for the video, so I hope these videos helped you out. If you like the videos, you can always support us by checking out the ads.